Today, I would like to read a very short chapter from a book that I recently bought called Chickens in the Bus by Joseph Mbele. Joseph Mbele is a scholar and a professor, an African scholar and professor who teaches in the United States. So I have two favorite chapters, and I'm going to read to you the one that I would like to read. Chickens in the Bus. You might be asking yourself, chickens in the bus? Yes, in rural Africa, you might see someone carrying a chicken in the bus. Is that strange? Perhaps it is. Is it embarrassing? I don't think so. In my book, Africans and Americans, Embracing Cultural Differences, I tell Americans that if they visit my village, they will be well received, and when they leave, they might get a live chicken to take with them. This happened to me once. There is no better gift for a guest than a live chicken. That is part of our culture. You go into the bus with your chicken under your arm. Americans find this funny, and many Africans find it embarrassing. But what is wrong with carrying a chicken in the bus? I often see Americans carrying dogs in their cars. I often see Americans carrying dogs in their cars. Are they embarrassed? They are not. And they don't think about explaining or defending it to anybody. So why are some Africans embarrassed about carrying chickens in the bus? It is a result of colonialism. The colonizers taught the Africans that they are backwards and that they should adopt European ways. As a result, many Africans will adopt anything that Europeans do. As a result, many Africans will adopt anything that Europeans do. I see this a lot, especially at the mall. Although formal colonialism ended, its legacy persists. The day might come when Africans will be carrying dogs in their cars. The day might come when Africans will be carrying dogs in their cars while frowning upon chickens in the bus. Adopting foreign cultural practices is not necessarily bad. With the world getting increasingly interconnected, cultures meet and interact all the time. Foreign cultural practices can be worth adopting. People should be able to do this, provided they do it freely without compromising personal and collective dignity and respect. The problem arises when people see their culture as superior to other cultures and seek to impose it on others, as has happened for much of human history. This is called cultural imperialism, which involves one culture being made to feel inferior. Africans, like other people around the world, have undergone this experience, especially under colonialism, which damaged their economic, social, political, and cultural life. These Africans suffer from an inferiority complex. That is why they find the idea of chickens in the bus embarrassing. These are the words of scholar and Professor Joseph Mbele, born and raised in Tanzania. He taught at the University of Dar, Salaam, where I am getting my degree. But he's been in the United States for a very long time. So there were two chapters in this book. Chapter 4 and chapter 8. But since I'm not African and I'm not African American, I would rather not read it. Perhaps Professor Mbele can share a little bit of that. That was a really good chapter. I liked it. So this book is really good for a really basic introduction, especially for young readers and children, and trying to get us all connected and to understand each other. So I highly recommend it. I will post down below where you can buy the book, whether you are in America or Europe or you are in Tanzania. So look forward to that, and just look for the link below. And thank you to Professor Joseph Mbele for bridging our differences and trying to promote cultural understanding. Peace.